Why does Sleight of Fist be on normal cast? Because I want to see your AoE on Sleight of Fists. What's the trick with the morph when we go to 1 0 HP? So, how morphing works is the HP, the strength morph is additive. So what you're abusing is that you go below, your HP count go below 0. So since your HP can't go below 0, it means that you're healing after you go below 0. You need to take more damage than your current HP. Like you morph a little bit of strength and then you take a lot of damage. Then you max agile and then you go strength. That's just how you use it. The morph, strength morph is additive. So when you go below 0, you're starting to heal. And go below 0 HP because your HP can't go below 0 HP.
Your turn to pick.
I don't know how I can explain it better. Like, just morph agile and then morph strength later to heal. Max agile and then some strength when you're healing. Taking time, probably not. Why does Sleight of Fist be on normal cast? Because I want to see your AoE on Sleight of Fists. So the only things I want to see AoE on is because I want to be able to sometimes Sleight of Fist only one hero instead of 2. So it doesn't get random on what I like chains. Our problem is deciding when to fight, when to rotate, and kills mid. How do I know when to rotate farm? So the standard move you can always do actually as mid is you can always farm. But so moving is a little bit more complicated. If you're bad at this, you can always just farm. But if you wanna move, you move with runes. You move with very key levels. Like for example, you move with level 6 or level 7 or level 8, depending on what hero you are, what your strong timings are. Maybe you wait for your treads. Maybe you wait for some specific item. You will always need to join the game at some point, but you need to wait for your proper timing to do it. Just to know how to have impact on Ember when I lose my lane. Farming feels so slow and gank feels so weak. Tips. You need to farm like level 9 at least, level 8, level 9. Level 8 is still pretty low. You need high levels on chains to gank. It's really hard to make plays with low level chains unless you have a really good lane. They can't just run in and they die. But yeah, you need to play around your chains, so you need a lot of levels. You're at level 8, level 9, so you just farm. You just put some remnants on some camps, you push the lane, you farm jungle, and then you chill. How to balance ganking, fighting versus farming on tempo controllers. So, if you want to make a move, it has to be very smooth. So if you notice in this game, every move I made was like smooth. Almost everyone. Like, I just run at the guy and I chain him and he just dies. These are the kind of moves you want to make. And these kind of moves is like, comes a lot with experience and understanding how strong your hero is. So for example, I usually try to get level 9, level 10 before I rotate as Ember. I farm a lot before that. I put remnants on camps, push out the lane, I have jungle, and then I run around with very high levels in chain. And every time I run at the guy just dies because I'm too strong. I'm really good in laning, but in mid game I don't know how to play it well. Farm or join fights. You should farm until item times, then you should join fights. So if you have 3k gold in your bank, obviously this is not the timing to fight. This is a timing to farm for your next item. Then after you finish your item, you go and fight. That's kind of how it goes. When does the support make the decision to help the mid laner contest mid rune? You can always do it. Rune is very important. You can do it even when their side lane is losing the lane. Depends. I mean, you have to think about it yourself. Like, how much is your offlane getting fucked by you going mid? Is your offlane gonna die if you go mid? These are I mean, at low MR, I think people just never go for runes. At high MR, some heroes do it. And the people that do it are very good at knowing when they should be doing it. Are you on a team right now? No. How to pressure is like make space as morph when you have farming +1. Don't just AFK till E-Blade. You have to AFK to E-Blade most of the time. I mean, the reason morphling is strong as a hero is everyone needs to move away from his lane. So you're standing on a lane, right? They can't sustain against morphling. Morphling has infinite sustain. So you apply pressure by just pushing in the wave. You don't rotate. Like, morphling is not a rotate hero. If you want to know what heroes create space, it's heroes that have stuns. It's very hard to gank without stuns. It's really hard to make plays without stuns, unless you're playing with stuns. So you should just pressure the lane you're playing on. Generally, you don't want. If you pick morphling mid, you're supposed to be the one taking space. You should not be the one creating space.
Prepare for battle.
So if you need to create space and you pick mid morphling, then the problem is that you picked morphling. That's not good. How to win game if I win offlane but safely in mid feed? During question, do I start to help or do I farm and push tower? The best move is to help your team, but if you don't see a way to help your team, then you should just farm and push tower. Don't feel forced to make plays though. So the big mistake sometimes people do is that you feel forced to make plays because your early is lost. Then you will fuck your game too, and you will lose the game. You need to join and help your team at some point, but that might not be now if you don't see a play. You need to make a play when you see it, or else you'll feel.